Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to That's Football for the final watch-along of the day, the final game of the World Cup this Saturday, and it arguably is the best game of them all. I really enjoyed France against Denmark, but this is Argentina against Mexico in a group that really, I think it's, I wouldn't say it's as pivotal as Germany-Spain tomorrow, but it could be if it goes wrong for Argentina. Seen the team news, I'm sure you have as well. We've seen the Mexico team as well. Obviously, Mexico drew their first game. Argentina lost their first game. We are sponsored by Waifood. I can't wait for this. Get ready in the poll. We'll do that in a minute. But to add half and half shirt there. Oh, my God. But yeah, to add context to this, Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia. Poland beat Saudi Arabia. So you've got Poland on 3 points. You've got Argentina on 0 points, as you can see there. You've got Saudi Arabia on 3 points. You've got Mexico on 1 point. If Argentina fail to win tonight, even a draw, I think it puts them in real peril of not even coming out of the group. They've got to win. They've got to win. And even then, they've still got to beat Poland. So Argentina are sort of in a position where they've got to win their last two games against Mexico and Poland. And this is what can happen in the group. We're going to see this with Germany tomorrow. You lose your first game and you are really no room for error. No draws. You've got to go out there and win. So can Argentina do it? We'll have to wait and see. But look, I'm very excited to see it. And I've had a lovely bath, Shannon. Thank you very much. Absolutely lovely bath. Really, really enjoyed it. And a lovely Chinese takeaway as well. We'll go through the team in a minute. Suffice to say, Martinez, the butcher, he's playing at the back for Argentina. Of course, Messi plays as well. He's made a few changes. No Edson Alvarez of Ajax playing for Mexico, which surprises me. I mean, I've been told that Mexico aren't that good. Well, they must be pretty good if they're not putting him in their team. I mean, maybe it's the old nepotism, favoritism again, but. I don't know. Don't really know what that's all about, but I'm sure someone in the chat can let us know in a minute or so. But can I just say, I'm just going to pause this on the screen so I can get into this excitedly. Where is it? Because you're going to vote on this one. The early bird people are going to take a vote on this. Let me just pin this QR code. So that's where you can scan your QR code to get your 10% off with Waifood. Link is in the description as well. But everyone will be going, Waifood? What is it? I'm going to tell you what it is. Waifood is sponsoring the watch along today. I know you guys like me have a very busy lifestyle, and that's why I really like Waifood, as they make sure I keep my hands out of the snack drawer and away from fast food. Waifood have created a complete ready drink meal that you can take with you, ensuring you get all the nutrition you need to help manage your busy lifestyle. Waifood is designed to keep you full for up to 5 hours, ensuring you can really maximize on your day. It's designed to be for everyone, so they can make sure it's lactose and gluten-free, and also have a vegan range. They come in two different sizes, 500 millilitres and 300 millilitres. And if you're looking for something lighter, then you have power bars as well to keep you topped up during the day. Waifood drinks come in loads of delicious flavours, including smooth vanilla, classic choco, fresh berry. And because Waifood want everyone that watches That's Football to be able to try their amazing products, they have given us an awesome 10% discount when you use the code That's Football YouTube. So what are you waiting for? Smash the link in the description or scan the on-screen QR code and pick yourself up some amazing Waifood products. So I've been using these for a while because they sent me some, and basically if I can't bother to have a cereal, I'll have it in the morning, and it really does keep me going till lunchtime. 26 vitamins and minerals, high in protein, high in fibre, lactose free, gluten free, and no added sugar. I've got 4 of these different flavours here I got in my starter pack. I've already drunk the crazy coconut flavour. So I've got 4 that I'm going to have as a sort of boosty pudding that I'm going to have. And you're going to vote which one I'm going to go for. So let's do it in the chat. Let's have a look what we've got. So we've got Happy Banana, we've got Cold Brew Coffee, we've got Classic Choco, and we've got Smooth Vanilla. And I'm going to ask you, I've got all 4 of them. There we go. There's 2. And there's 2 as well. And you're going to vote which one I'm going to have, because I've not tried any of those flavours yet. I've been I've got quite a few of the salted caramel ones, so I've had loads of those, and I have had the crazy coconut, but I've never tried any of these. So get your votes in and see what we're going to have. Check it out. If you've got a busy lifestyle, you just want to check it out, you get your Waifood drink, which has got everything in it. It keeps you full. You can have it for your breakfast, lunch, whatever. Keeps you going. Lovely flavours, and high in protein, high in fibre, lots of vitamins and minerals. Gluten-free, lactose-free as well, which is good. Check it out. check it out. Right, let's go through the team news here. We've got team news coming in, and the team news is as follows. So Argentina line up with Martinez in goal, Montiel, Otamendi, Martinez and Acuna, De Paul and Rodriguez, Di Maria, Messi, McAllister of Brighton, and Martinez, Latoro up front. I'm a little bit disappointed he hasn't gone with Enzo Fernandez, actually, but he's on the bench. Obviously, Romero's been benched for Martinez. And then you've got Mexico. I can't pronounce the goalkeeper's name. Ochoa, I can't do it. Montes, Araujo, Marino. They've got Alvarez, Herrera, Guardado, Chavez, Gallardo, and then Lozano and Vega as their front two. As I said, Edson Alvarez doesn't get picked. I don't know whether we've got any, followers of Mexico who can sort of give us a little bit of an insight into why it is that Edson Alvarez of Ajax isn't getting picked. I mean, this is a player. Ochoa, that's how you pronounce it. Ochoa. Or Ocha. I can't pronounce it, so if that's pathetic, YouTube wonder, I'm sorry, but I can't pronounce it. Let me know in the chat why Edson Alvarez is not playing, because the coach doesn't know what he's doing, says Ivan. Yeah, that might be the case. I do like Lozano, but I think Edson Alvarez is a fantastic player. I mean, he was a player that we were looking at from Manchester United, and Chelsea tried to get him, didn't they, as well? So I'm quite surprised that he's not starting, but that's the way it is. Chad says that Goldfish says that Kane is playing in Richarlison's best position, but that's not where he played for Everton. Well, he played there for Brazil the other night and scored 2 cracking goals, mate. I think I'd take that over Everton. If Arsenal win the league, we could get Mbappe next season, as he was a big fan of Arsenal growing up and his mates with Henry, says Same Miasti. Plus, he needs a challenge. He need a lot of money. Dybala's downfall has been bad, says Imperial X. And seems like every country has a Southgate-like manager, says Jaden. And I see a lot of diving in this game. 20-minute stoppage time, says Stuart Walker. And Mexican fans wanted the manager out before the World Cup, says Alex Holt. Well, I'm interested. I did have the Mexico game on against Poland, but I wasn't really watching it intently because I was doing something that was taking a lot of my attention, work related. But I'm intrigued. Argentina is another credit in the bank FC, says Chiri. And Mexican coach has been heavily criticised over the past few years over his choice of players and style of play. He also doesn't call up players like Lanes, Vela and Chicharito, says Enrique. I personally don't watch a lot of Mexico. They're one of those teams in the World Cup that I like to watch. But if I was coming into this tournament and somebody said, who do you think's one of Mexico's best players? I would have said Edson Alvarez. So the fact that he's not in the team does surprise me, but that's the way it is. Darsh thinks it's going to be a 0-0. Come on, the butcher, says Christina. What do you want to happen, Mark? I'd love to see a 3-3. I'd love to see a really exciting game. I don't want Argentina to go out in the group stage. Lisandro Martinez has been brilliant for Manchester United. If they do go out, that's good for United because he'll have an extra couple of weeks off. But I don't want to see Argentina go out. I don't think they will go out. I think Germany are going to go out tomorrow, but I think Argentina will find a way. Mexico are the big unknown for me. Where do they come into this equation? Can they compete with Argentina? You would have thought so, but we'll have to wait and see. Don't forget to keep your comments coming in. Don't forget to keep voting because I am feeling like a bit of a G Fuel drink. I'm still not full after my Chinese takeaway, so get your votes in, and we will see which one I'm going to get to try. I'm quite excited to see which one I'm going to try. And don't forget, you can get 10% off yourself with that code in the chat, or you can scan the QR code, which is currently up on the screen. So we're about ready to go here. Ready to go. We are ready to go here, and let's have a look. Timer. Let's go. Well, we're not actually quite ready to go yet. We've got a minute to go to 7 p.m, but the referee has got them all ready. Saudi Arabia played excellent football despite the loss, as Chiri shows what a competent coach can do. Southgate. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a very good 3 points for Poland. I don't think Saudi Arabia did themselves any harm again. Obviously, they did by not winning, but they did play quite well. And Martinez has just gave one in on Lozano straight away there. Bit of a physical connection. I'm sure they'll be reintroduced very, very soon. But this is a ground that is full. I can't see many empty seats here. Maybe it's the Messi factor. I don't know. I think there are quite a lot of Mexican and Argentinian fans who've travelled out here as well. So good to see. Let's get the stats carousel up and running as well. Sponsored by OneFootball. Remember, you can download that for free by the QR code in the top right-hand corner or through the link in the description. Get all your latest breaking football news, stats and transfer news for free on any platform with the OneFootball app. And let's get it up and running. There we go. So that's the table as it looks. Doesn't look good for Argentina at the moment, does it? I'll be honest. Toby, you just got blocked, mate. I let people know when they've been blocked because otherwise you're a silent blocked on YouTube. You think you're typing away and no one else can see you. My prediction for this one, Argentina 2-1. Effectively, if you joint, it goes down to head-to-head and then goal difference, yeah. Good play by Messi here. Goes out wide, cross comes in. Easy to clear. Argentina starting with a bit of intent here. Good play by Di Maria. Is he going to whip the cross in? Tries to. Goes out for a throw-in. Insane atmosphere, says Young God. Yeah, it looks like it's one of the best atmospheres we've had at the World Cup so far. Bloody hell. Looks like a Happy Bananas winning at the moment with 29%. Then we've got Classic Choco in second place. Smooth Vanilla and Cold Brew Coffee are joint with 23%. It's very spread out there. I'll give it a couple of more minutes. But Happy Banana is winning at the moment. And Classic Choco is in second place. Ready to drink, complete meal. We'll see. Malden says, I wish you were my dad. Never know. I had a wild youth. I'm not your dad. Anyway, yeah, Argentina need to win, let's be honest. Rich, you're being rude. I tell you what, I like the Mexico top as well. I've seen it in person. Castro's at the game. Yeah, I've seen him on Instagram at the World Cup. This World Cup does remind me of like Dubai around COVID. It's like the influencer World Cup, isn't it? Everybody's gone out there. Here we go. He could play him in here. Oh, good tackle there. No, he's carried on. What? I don't think that was a foul. Vega catches Otamendi. I actually thought he was away. Hey Mark, thanks for all the streams. It's 40 years ago since Northern Ireland beat Spain in the 1982 World Cup. Missed out on the semi-finals, says Roger McAlmont. I mean, there's absolutely nothing in that, Roger. Not your chat, but what Vega's done is nothing. Nothing. I mean, you could give a foul for it, but it's absolutely nothing. It's nothing. He's put his arm out in a 50-50 and it's caught him in the face. There's nothing going on. It's an absolute nothing challenge. Maybe United should buy both Irving Lozano and Gakpo for depth, says Revan. I think Lozano's had his day, really. Cold showers or cold tea for the rest of your life, says Savage. Cold tea. Iced tea's quite nice. I don't see what Vega's done wrong there. It's just a 50-50 challenge. I mean, give the foul and we move on. I don't get it. It's a shame as well because I think it was going to lead to a 2v1, which is probably why the player went down, apart from the fact that he's still lying down. People need to realise you can get hurt. And it not be a foul. No, I'm not saying he's not been hurt. I'm just saying it's not a yellow card. It's not a red card. It's just give a foul and move on. The way the Argentina players are running around wanting a card. If Wales beat us and USA wins, we go outright, says Sean. No, apparently England go through unless they get beat by 4 goals. I mean, I'd have to look at that. But I don't really understand how England cannot go out, because if USA beat Iran, that would put them on 5 points. If we lose to Wales, we would be on 4 points, and Wales would be on 4 points, but Wales would beat us in a head-to-head. So I don't understand why England have to lose by loads of goals, because maybe it's not head-to-head, maybe it's goal difference then. Because I was thinking that this morning. USA beat Iran, they're above England. England lose to Wales, they're on 4 points with Wales. So head-to-head, Wales beat England. So surely England go out. But apparently it must be goal difference. Yeah, everyone in the chat saying it's goal difference. I think it should be head-to-head first. What's the relevance of... Why should England finish above Wales if they get the same points because they smacked Iran up? Surely it's more relevant that Wales beat England. I don't know why head-to-head's not before goal difference, but apparently that's the way. Let the diving begin. 2 of the biggest fakers there is. Going to be 20 minutes of stoppage time, says Stuart Walker. I agree with Emil. I think it should be head-to-head, but it is goal difference, that's why. Right, can I have my drink now? Yeah, I unless there's going to be a late surge for Classic Choco, I'm going to be opening up Happy Banana. It's on 30%. I'm going to give it another minute, and then we're going to do it. We're voting which Waifood flavour I'm going to try. I have tried it lots. I normally have it for my breakfast if I can't be asked to get a breakfast if I'm travelling or something, because it's like a meal in a drink. You've got all your vitamins and high in protein, fibre, lactose-free, gluten-free. Really nice, but I haven't tried any of these flavours, so I'm quite excited. I have had a Chinese takeaway, so I won't drink all of it because that is like a meal in a drink. But I do feel like a bit of pudding, so it can be a bit of a pudding in a drink for me. Looks like I'm going to be having Happy Banana. Which is, they're all invisible, aren't they? Oh, that's not. It's because the bottle's yellow. Smooth vanilla, you can see it. Classic choco, you can see it. Cold brew coffee, you can see it. Happy banana, that's going to be weird, really weird when I'm drinking it. If Messi or Ronaldo win the World Cup, would that solidify the winner being the GOAT of the sport, says Dylan? I think you couldn't ignore that. Evening Mark, this is a draw written on it, but Mexico will be under pressure. Yashin will have another good game, says Barry. Connor says we've only had 8 minutes and I think 10 would be added on already. Oh, back post Mexico player was flying at that but couldn't get near it. Here's a good question from Rubber. He says, what national team has disappointed you the most? Well, I remember most teams have only played 1 game. If Germany lose tomorrow, I'd say them. I actually thought Germany looked quite good. You know what? If Germany go out, I'll say it like this. Their biggest mistake was who they're playing at right back. Putting a centre back at right back is stupid, and Havertz up front is stupid. When you've got Adeyemi and the young lad from Dortmund, just play one of them, because Havertz is a striker. No wonder you're not scoring goals. Germany have got a good team. You know, you've got Kimmich and Gundogan. You've got two good centre-backs. You've got people like Musiala, Gnabry, Sane. They've got a good team. Muller. They've got a good team, but, you know, they can't score goals. And that's because he's picking Havertz up front. Give a rating of your succulent Chinese meal, 1 to 7.8, says Measure. It was very good. I'd give it a 7. Makuku, that was it, isn't it, Joe? Thank you very much. No, I think Germany looked like they might be having a good tournament. But do you think Lisandro Martinez was overlooked by the coach as he didn't start the last World Cup game, says Jashim? I don't know, mate. Right, I'm going to end it because Happy Banana's going to win. There we go. Looks like we're going for Happy Banana. I don't rate this ref much. Eric says the ref looks a little bit uppity. I don't rate this ref much. Asif says Mexico are looking a bit sharper. Here is Messi on the ball. In his own half, though. And there's a lot of people falling all over the floor. Who's been your standout player up to now, says Liam? Look, I think Spain played very well in the first game. Looking forward to seeing them tomorrow. Hold on, Mexico are on the attack here with Vega. And a good interception by Argentina. And a good 50-50. Yeah, I think Spain played very, very well. France have been very, very good. Brazil we've only seen once. So, look, but away from that, I've been very impressed with United States midfield. Yeah, I think I'd have to say my standout player so far is probably. I think Muzza or Tyler Adams. I've been really impressed with the USA's midfield. If they had a good front line, I think they'd have won both games. I think they've been really, really, really good. And considering yesterday they're playing against Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice, who, say what you like about England, Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham are two very good players. So they've impressed me because I wasn't expecting it. Ref looks like Lewandowski, says Ben. Thank you very much. Do you agree with Romero being benched, says the Spurs way? I'd play Romero on the right and and Martinez on the left. I don't get Otamendi what he offers anymore. I mean, he was okay. I mean, let's be honest, he was good for Man City, but I felt that when he left Man City, that was basically there was a reason for that. He's 34. He's 34 years of age playing in the Portuguese league, and he's doing all right there. I mean, he doesn't, he plays for Benfica, but I would go with Romero and Martinez. Yeah, but maybe there's a little bit of favouritism there. We see. I mean, Portugal. I'm surprised they're not still picking Pepe. He's another one who just seems to keep going and going. But yeah. We'll see. Barry says, would you take De Paul at United? Well, I wasn't very impressed with him in the first game. Pepe was on the bench. Do you think Australia can get a point against Denmark? Denmark, says Josh. I think it'd be very hard. Be very hard indeed. Right, I'm going to get to try this now. Don't forget, we're sponsored by Waifood. You can get your 10% off and give it a try. A meal in a drink, which will keep you going. It's got all the vitamins and minerals. There's some fantastic flavours, high in protein and fibre, lactose-free, gluten-free, no added sugar. Waifood, ready to drink complete meal. We were voting between classic choco, smooth vanilla, and cold brew coffee. I've tried loads of the salted caramel ones. In fact, I've drunk them all, if I'm honest. They sent me 6. And it's been my breakfast twice this week. But I get to try a new flavour now. Happy banana. Let's see if it makes me happy. I do like a banana milkshake from McDonald's, so let's see. You know what? I'm surprised. It tastes like banana. It's not. That's actually very nice after you've just had a takeaway. Although it's meant to be a meal in itself, so I'm not going to drink all of it because I'll probably get very, very full. I'll have a few more sips in a minute of that. That's nice. Mexico on the attack. Oh, again, someone goes flying down. It's so stop-start. It's so stop-start. I think there'll be an hour added onto this one. Nino. I'm just going to give Nino a super chat shout out. Basically, I've had an offer from Nino's mother, and as much as I'm flattered, all I can say is thanks for the super chat, Nino. Mitz says, I think Argentina are going to go home on this one. Well, I just tweeted it there. Everyone's sponsored by Speedo. They're treating the pool like a swimming pool here. It's just stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. Louis says DePaul is shocking. American soccer fans have bought the most tickets to the World Cup just to see them exit in the group stage, says Jazim. I hope they go through. Oh my God, the referee needs to get a grip of this game. It's a bit embarrassing here from both teams. What do I think of Ecuador? Says Patrick. Oh my God, some of the diving here is a disgrace. Gets hit in the shoulder and grabs his head. It's Rivaldo. Can you remember that thing that Rivaldo did where the ball hit him on the knee and he went down holding his face? Speaking of off offers, says Gabe, do you think Declan Rice is really worth 100 million? Chelsea rumoured to be ready to pay it. For context, Tyler Adams cost 17 million. Mate, we paid £80 million for Harry Maguire. We paid £50 million for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. There is a English tax, and Declan Rice, I don't think, is worth £100 million. I like Declan Rice. I think he's a good player, but what has he done? He's got a few caps for England. He plays for West Ham in the Europa League. That's not 100 million quid. Jack Grealish is not 100 million pounds. It's like Man United not being worth 6 billion, but somebody will probably pay it, and somebody will pay 100 million pounds for Jack Grealish, and somebody will pay 100 million pounds for Declan Rice, and somebody did pay 80 million pounds for Harry Maguire. They're not worth it. It's not their fault. It's just the English tax. That's what it is. What do I think Declan Rice is actually worth? If he's not English, he's probably 60 million quid, isn't he? Mark, would you take Dyche at England, says Theo? Not really. I don't think it's the sort of coach I want. Sancho's valuation, says Gabe. Well, I think Sancho for 70 million was probably about right. I'm having some more of this. Chance says he's hating the 5-4-1 formation in this World Cup. I tell you what, as much as that tastes nice, it does really fill you up, which is what it's supposed to do. Ready to drink, complete meal. I won't be finishing all of that, that's for sure. Italian ref favouring Argentina, says Dude. Any updates on the Man United sale, says DVS? I think we'll have some tomorrow morning, mate. I've just clicked the link in the video description, and you can actually get a taster pack for Waifood where you get 5 drinks as part of it. I wanted to look at what other flavours they've got. Shop. Taster pack, taster pack, taster pack. Classic drinks, new products. Classic Choco, salted caramel, that's the one I've had. Heavenly hazelnut, smooth vanilla, fresh berry, happy banana, crazy coconut. Yeah, I'd quite fancy the heavenly hazelnuts. I've had the salted caramel. I haven't got a fresh berry either. Check it out, links in the description. If you're busy like me and you don't always have time for lunch or breakfast or tea, check out Waifood. You can get 10% off through the link in the description or scan the QR code when it goes round. As I said, it's 26 vitamins and minerals, high in protein, high in fibre, lactose-free, gluten-free, classic, ready-to-drink, complete meal. I've had the salted caramel one a couple of times this week and I didn't need breakfast. I just had that. Lovely stuff. We need this game to get going. I don't think it'll be 0-0. No, I don't do 0-0s unless it's England. What's your take on that fella saying they'd back a Saudi takeover of Liverpool and United? Politics aside, that would be mental competition between our clubs as well as those tainted neighbours of yours, says Liam. I'm not really going to comment on who's going to take over Manchester United or Liverpool for that fact until we know who's going to take over them. Because there's no point in having a hypothetical moral debate about what's right and wrong until you know who's genuinely going to be in. Excuse me. The information I've had, that smelt a banana. The information I've had is that it's highly likely to be US. So they speak Italian in Argentina, says Zugi. Acuna's down injured here. We've had our first yellow card. I mean, that was a yellow card. That was a yellow card. Reaction to Australian win. Think they beat Denmark, says individual. Fantastic win. Fantastic win for Australia. I do think it will be very difficult for... I think it'll be very difficult for Australia to beat Denmark because Denmark are a good side, but I don't think Denmark have created many chances in this tournament. So I think for Australia, you could get the draw you need. Have you found this World Cup boring, says Tom? Well, I tweeted it at lunchtime. And I thought about tweeting it before I did it. And then I thought, sod it, I'm going to do it. I've enjoyed the World Cup, but I'm not going to lie and say that it needs to go up a couple of gears. We all want this World Cup to be really good. And I've got people, and you know, as soon as I put that tweet out, I've got people saying, well, don't watch it then. I've been really impressed with it. I've really enjoyed it. And that's because we all want to. But it's not as good as the Russian World Cup. It's not as good as the Brazilian World Cup. You know, it's not. The group stage hasn't been very good. In fact, the last 2 Euros and the last 2 World Cups group stage have been much better than this. It's not as good. That's why we've had so many bloody 0-0s. That's why it's not been as good. It needs to go up. There's still plenty of time for it to go up a few gears. But my concern is, I think a lot of group games have been played like the knockouts. Everyone's very tentative. Everyone's very pragmatic. So I think it does need to go up a few gears. And I'm surprised that all the games... It feels like every game's being played like the knockouts. Everybody's playing very tentative and everyone's playing very conservative. And that surprises me. The group stage is not what I thought it was going to be. But it's not been a bad World Cup. It's just not been as... It needs to go up 2 gears, basically, is my opinion. I think that could have been a red card for the Mexico player, by the way. I've seen a few people in the chat say it. And I think that was actually a deliberate foul. And it did catch him. So, look, it would have been a bit of a harsh red, but it could have been a red. Mark, I missed the live stream yesterday. I just want to say that I'm so proud of our boys yesterday. It's officially called soccer. Big 0-0 win for USA, says Ronan. You did play well. You did play well. Fennec, hello. Mod, thank you very much. Mexico 86 was the best World Cup, says Peter. Don't remember it, unfortunately. Give me some more of this. I'm enjoying my happy banana. The Russian World Cup was excellent, says Zugi. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with saying that the Russian World Cup was good. I know that obviously politically it's frowned upon to mention the name Russia, but that World Cup from a football point of view, which is what we want to discuss, we don't want to discuss politics, we want to discuss the football. That Russian World Cup was really good. The group stage was fantastic. Maybe teams are pragmatic because it's not head to head, says Min. Yeah, I don't. Sandeep, thanks for the super chat. I don't understand why the World Cup group is being done on goal difference. I don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense. So England will beat Wales on Tuesday anyway. But if Wales beat England 1-0, they'll be on the same points and Wales will go home because England smashed Iran. How does that make sense? I'm going to run a poll. Would you rather... Well, everyone's going to say they'd rather goal difference because England will go through, but I don't think it's right. And I'll tell you why I don't think it's right. Put the shoe on the other foot. England beat Iran 2-0, yeah? And Wales beat Iran 6-0 because Iran get 2 players sent off in the first 10 minutes. England beat Wales and they're on the same points, but because Wales smashed Iran with 9 men, Wales go through with better goal difference. That's why I don't like goal difference. And I don't think Wales will beat England, but if Wales beat England on Thursday and they're on the same amount of points, they should go through instead of us because of a head-to-head. I'm stunned that goal difference is the thing. It should be head-to-head. There's too many differentials. If you do it head-to-head, you've lost to that team. If you do it goal difference, somebody's goal difference might be bigger because of a dodgy penalty, a red card. I'm really surprised by that. Really surprised, but those are the rules. Those are the rules. Followed your method of making tea. Absolutely mint, says Noop. Do people not do hot water, tea bag, and then the milk? Champions League is head-to-head, isn't it? Champions League's not goal difference. I tell you what, I've only had half of that and I'm really full, but I'd have just had a Chinese takeaway. Yeah, don't treat it as a pudding. Treat it as a meal. Oh, I'm feeling full now. People are saying we could have a red card here. Not even. I don't think he even gave a yellow, did he? Prefer the goal difference, so less part of the bus tactics, says Joshua. Oh yeah, goal difference is working really well in this World Cup, mate. Dylan says, don't make tea if you don't have a kettle. Yeah, don't use hot water from the tap. Who does that? Refs lost the game already, says Barry. Well, we could have had a red card for each team here. It might have been a bit soft on both, but... refs rubbish, says Anakin. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. There are some weird tackles flying in. I think it's very physical. Can you ask, what was that? What's Patrick saying? Can you answer my question? You never answer it. What do you think of Ecuador? I did answer it, Patrick. You fell asleep. I said Ecuador had done really well. Probably going to play England in the knockout. And you'll probably play much better than us, not be able to finish, and we'll score a penalty. Mark, my heart is Mexican, but Messi is the player who made me fall in love with football. I don't want either to go out. I'm torn, says Red. Well, if it's a draw, they're not both out, but it'd be very difficult for Argentina because they've got Poland now. I think Argentina have got a tough ask to get out of the group because Poland won't be any easier than this. What did you get from the Chinese, says Papa? I had beef chow mein, sweet and sour chicken, egg fried rice, and prawn crackers. Mark, have you been enjoying the World Cup so far, says Edmund? I am enjoying it. As I said, I am enjoying it. I just think it could be. I think it could be better. I mean, we only get the World Cup every 4 years, don't we? So, you know, I'm not here to sit here and go, oh, I'm not enjoying it. It's a load of crap. I'd rather be Christmas shopping. But I think we all know it could be better. I mean, we shouldn't have had 5 0-0s already. I prefer international football over club, but I think it's because there's too much international football these days. Hope you're well, mate, says Royal Melex. I hope you're well as well, pal. Good to hear from you. Overlay keeps going. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Argentina on the attack here. And I think it's a corner. Yeah. Mark, where do you think Ronaldo is going to end up, says Ashley Knight. I think Ronaldo will... I mean, I think everyone's keen to know that Ronaldo is going to go wherever at the moment, but the most logical thing that Ronaldo should do and will do is play the World Cup for Portugal, focus on that, score some goals, show he can score goals, and then make his mind up from that. I think that's absolutely nailed on, that maybe he hasn't got the interest he wants at the moment, but I think he will do soon. De Paul goes down here. I think Vega's going to get a yellow card. Oh, no, he's not. I mean, explain to me how De Paul goes down injured there when it's actually Vega's shin that catches his calf. Also, will you be playing FM again? Maycock the next goal, says the Royal Mail X. Thank you very much. Yeah, I will be playing Football Manager again, yeah. I'm surprised he didn't give a yellow there, Damien. I mean, I think De Paul overplayed it, but I'm surprised he didn't give a yellow. Thanks everyone who's watching, by the way. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, you're all welcome on That's Full. We've done every watch-along so far, of course. Like, Messi's going to put this cross in. Doom says ref's been bad. The fuck's going on here? It's not done that before. Oh my God, I haven't got a clue what's going on now. There we go. I don't know what was going on there. We had 2 clocks. When's the day off in the World Cup? Don't we usually get a day off, says Joel. There is a day off in the World Cup, but I don't think it's still a week on Tuesday. We go straight from the group stage into the knockout. This World Cup is like a trip to the dentist. You don't always enjoy it, but it's still a must. Do they have dentists in England, right? Yes, we do, Gabe, yes. Have you heard from anyone in Qatar? How was the no drinks rule, or has it been affected the fans, says Omka? And was this not Messi's last World Cup? Not the way I would feel he wants to go out. Surely he's going to make an impact at some point, says Gaz. I can't believe we've had 35 minutes. I actually think for a game that's had nothing going on, I can't believe we've had 35 minutes already. Arguably the worst game I've watched so far. No, the first day we've got off is a week on Wednesday. They are cramming this World Cup in. So we finished the group stage on Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is round of 16. And then Wednesday, Thursday is off, and then it's the quarterfinals. So, yeah, a week on Wednesday is the first day we have off from the World Cup. It's been shit, this game. What's the stats say? I don't normally admit it, but no shots for Argentina and 1 shot from Mexico. That's the definition of shit. Clip that. 35 minutes. That is the definition of shite. That stinks. That's fresh. That's steaming. That is unbelievably crap. I'm glad I said it was crap. I don't normally say it's crap. I'd normally try and, polish the turd. But there ain't no amount of Mr. Sheen that's saving that. That is fucking rubbish. No shots from Argentina. Not 1 shot. 1 shot from Mexico after 37 minutes. Oh my God. This is shite. And it's a great atmosphere. Oh God, my TV's going off. Even my TV's had enough. Get me off. I want to put I'm a Celebrity on. It will turn itself off. I've got to run. It's been on all day, you see. He thinks no one's watching it, and we are. We are. Imagine if I didn't come back. Right, here we go. Messi. Nice ball. We could have took a dive there. He should have took a dive there. There was the Mexican leg. Watch this. There. The leg's there. He could have took a dive. You don't know the game. That Mexican leg was there to go, kick me. Uh, 55% of you would rather head-to-head to goal difference. Yeah, I would. I agree with you on that. I think it's bloody ridiculous if Wales beat England on Tuesday but go out because we beat Iran. I don't get that. It doesn't seem. I mean, obviously, I like it. It benefits us, but it doesn't seem logical that if we lose to Wales, they go out with the same points because we smashed Iran. Doesn't make sense. Well, it does. This is worse than Southgate ball, says Jonathan. And Mark, is there any reason for you not being at the studio for any watch-alongs, says Gaz? I will be at the studios for some watch-alongs, but the main reason is I don't live in Manchester and I have a family. And I would basically have to go and stay there for 3 weeks, which means I may as well have gone to bloody Qatar in the first place. So that's it, really. Opinion on Saudi versus Poland. I'm Saudi myself and I don't believe we deserve to lose. I don't think you did, Aziz. I thought you played really well. It obviously sets up a massive game against Mexico. But to be fair, have you seen anything about Mexico that scares you? I think it'll be a similar game to Poland. And a point might be enough. A point might be enough. I'm thinking this is two teams who are scared of losing, says official Moxie. I think you're right, and I think this is the problem with the whole World Cup. For some reason, people have come into the group stage acting like it's the knockouts. Everyone's very nervous. Everyone's very scared. I don't get it. Goal difference should be better because more exciting games in theory, although also dodgy decisions are more likely to create a head-to-head win than affecting goal difference, says Minimax. Look, maybe it's the quality of the tournament that makes me say head-to-head would be better. I accept that, but the goal difference thing doesn't really work, does it, in this World Cup? We've got an early substitution here for Mexico. Gutierrez is coming on, and I think, is that Herrera coming off? Again, I'd ask why Edson Alvarez is not coming on. So it's not even the... no, it's Guardado coming off. So Guardado comes off and Gutierrez comes on. They should make a new rule. If teams don't score any goals, they don't score any points. So 0-0 score, both teams get 0 points, as Jason. It's not a bad idea, you know. Kean says, do you think Spain versus Germany will be like this? No, because Germany need to win. The most interesting thing about tomorrow is the 10 o'clock kickoff. Japan, who I think a lot of us like, are playing Costa Rica. If Japan win that game, they've got 6 points. Germany, therefore, play Spain knowing they've got to win, because they've got 0 points and 2 games left. Oh, that's going to be a yellow card. Yeah. I don't think he's going to let that one go. Yellow card for Argentina. Montiel. He let him have some of that, didn't he? Oh, he let him have some of that. I mean, again, in the Premier League, you might get a red for that. He's kicked right through him, right on his shin. Mark, I just ordered my Christmas sweater with the 20 trophies on it. M United fan, I think you'll love it, mate. Thank you very much. Fremi says, if two teams end up on the same points, then how would you decide who is moving on? Head to head. Super excited to see both Japan and Canada again, says Colin. Yeah, I'm looking forward to those games tomorrow. IC, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. Awful game this, says Jack. Argentina just don't... I don't know. I mean, a lot of people were predicting that Argentina was going to go really deep in this tournament. I don't see it. You can have one bad game. You know, you can have one bad game. I remember Argentina losing against Cameroon in 1990 in the opening game, and they ended up in the final. You can have one bad game, but there's no improvement. They're dreadful. If this was Portugal, Ronaldo would be crucified, says Mr. Armstrong. Well, it's a free kick for Mexico here. Reminds me of a David Beckham area free kick against Greece, this. Oh, and he hit it a bit like Beckham, but Martinez was so comfortable he caught it. Hi, Mark. Do you think there should be 2 legs in the group stage? Siege, are you taking a piss? Imagine 2 legs of this. They'd have to get it sponsored by Speedo or bloody Night Nurse or bloody, sleeping pills or something. John, the Christmas jumpers are on United Stand Shopify. Just type it into Google. Equinox has just exposed himself as, I think it would be nice if you're right, but you're completely wrong. Equinox says, Mark, you do realise if Wales beat England and Iran draw with USA, England will get knocked out with head-to-head. Equinox, you do realise, we've been talking about it for about 20 minutes, that it's goal difference and Wales will go home. Do you think the ball pressure is way too high, says Phil? I think there's something wrong with the ball, yeah. This game is not like England, USA, Ekin. USA actually were very good. Neither of these teams have been good. I mean, wow. Wow. He's added 5 minutes on. Well, I'm not surprised with that. It started to feel like 4 games in one day is too much, says Alexander. Well, you always get that. I mean, I remember. I think what was the first World Cup where they had 4 games a day? One of these teams need to change tactics. They are cancelling each other out, says Jonathan. And it's confirmed, says Ianda, the loser here does play the Ivory Coast. Well, they are cancelling each other out. Are you worried about a 0-0? No. Martin, if you're talking about this Gakpo deal agreed terms from Football Insider, that's the sort of source I've got in my cupboard. So I'm not reacting to that. I'm not doing it on the United stand. And I'm not being disrespectful, but I don't think that Gakpo personal deals terms have been agreed when he's in fucking Qatar. And I certainly think if it was going to happen, it wouldn't be Football Insider breaking it. It would be 4 or 5 people I know who are pretty well linked to this deal who would be breaking that. So I've got absolutely nothing to say other than what I've just said. The Paul is crap, says Laka. Yeah. The only positive thing I can say is we've had 50 minutes, and I don't know how it's gone so quick for such a shit game. We need a half-time debate, people. Where is Messi? Says M1 Viville. He's definitely on there. He's definitely not having a good game, but he's definitely there. If all teams in the same group scores 0-0 in all matches, none of them go through. The third place of the group goes through. We don't want to see them in the round of 16 anyway, says Jason. I mean, I quite like the idea. I don't think it would ever be brought into play, but I quite like the idea that if you have a 0-0, you get no points. I mean, is there any way of that being an injustice? I mean, you've got 90 minutes, 100 minutes now to score a goal. I mean, some of them might say, oh, we just couldn't hit the target. Well, you've got 90 minutes to score a fucking goal. I think that's the sort of innovative rule you could bring in. If you have a 0-0, you get no points. What's wrong with Messi? He should be right at home playing against farmers. He does this in the French league every week, says Alex G. Mexico goalie looks like you in your Southgate dress, says Brian. Look at that shot again. 30 yards out. It's hitting the moon. I mean, just because it's a shit game doesn't mean it's going to be 0-0. But look at that stats. Look at the stats bar. It's a very good chance it's going to be 0-0 if it stays like this in the second half, because no one's having a bloody shot. Messi's having a stroll in the park, says Akshay. Here we go. Come on, Messi. And it goes for a corner. Well, this is probably the last thing of the half. Headed away, edge of the box. So, you're shitting me. We've had a whole half where we've had 1 shot on target and 3 shots in total. What a load of shite. What an absolute load of shit. I'm surprised by that. You know, from an Argentinian side that's lost to Japan and he's, you know, desperately needs to win. I'm surprised. Definitely the worst game I've watched of the tournament. I didn't think Qatar-Ecuador would be topped, but that, you know, just goes to show you that names doesn't negate you. Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia, not Japan. I'm getting mixed up with Germany, who both could be heading out this weekend. But look, let's just start off with this stats. I mean, Argentina have had 67% possession. You'd barely notice that. I don't think possession is a factor in this game because you just barely would notice that. You know, that's quite dominant possession actually, but you'd barely notice it. It's not been that sort of a game. 1 shot in 45 minutes, none on target. Mexico have had 3 shots, 1 on target. 86 pass accuracy. I mean, it's dreadful. It's dreadful. It's a dreadful. I do like steak bakes, cams. Yeah, I'm stunned. I think there's a bigger picture here as well. I don't get. I mean, the HPN says both managers make Southgate look like a genius. I understand what Mexican fans have been moaning about that manager. That's not Mexico. I normally roll up to the World Cup and watch Mexico and I go, there's a team who could be the dark horse of the tournament. There's a team that can play against Brazil. There's a team that can play against France and give them a game in the way they pass the ball about. That's nothing like the Mexico I've seen of the last few World Cups. So I understand why some Mexico fans aren't happy with the manager because that's crap football. Mexico are normally a lot better team than that. And then Argentina, it's even worse. Argentina and the history they have in football and the quality they've got, playing that standard of football, I don't see any patterns of play. I don't see any chemistry. I don't see any idea or system that they're trying to construct. It's soulless football. It's really bad. It's really bad from both countries who have normally very different traditions in a World Cup or in general. They're normally entertaining. They're normally flair, and they're boring. They're boring teams, and I just don't get it. The Butcher took a boot to the face and walked off like it was nothing. So glad he's on our team, says Oz. And both, yeah. Well, look, I think it's worse for Argentina though, because from Mexico's point of view, you draw with Poland, you draw with Argentina, and you take your chances against Saudi Arabia, and you probably expect to get through the group. 5 points if they win. So they probably expect to do it. From Argentina's point of view, you've got 0 points, lads. And you probably need to win your last 2 to be sure of going through. And if you don't go through, top of the group, you're probably going to play France as well. So Argentina need to win. And there is absolutely no incentive. There's no urgency to win that game. Now, that might well change in the second half, but the urgency is really poor. And the play acting was a different level, says Paul Gray. And will Argentina be out if they draw? Let's have a quick look at the group. I can show you how it looks. Take that. Gary Barlow. Let's have a look. So as things stand at the moment, that's what a draw would do. Argentina would be bottom with 1, Mexico 2, Saudi Arabia 3, Poland 4. Argentina beat Poland. That would knock them up to 4. Which would put them in, well, depending on how much they beat them by. I mean, the goal difference would have to swing quite a bit there, wouldn't it? It'd have to be a 2-0 win to put them above Poland. Saudi Arabia, I mean, yeah, if they draw this and beat Poland, they've probably got a good chance of going through because, yeah, Saudi Arabia and Mexico can't both win. But if they beat Poland 1-0, Poland's goal difference would be better. So they'd have to beat Poland by 2 goals, basically, and hope that Saudi Arabia and Mexico draw. I mean, look, it makes it difficult if Argentina don't win this game. I don't think anybody can deny that. So it's not head-to-head, it's goal difference. We've had this chat in the first half. People complain about Southgate, but his style of football seems to be what most international managers are doing. Terrible football on display, says Myron. I think there's a problem with international football, isn't there? You know, and it's clearly becoming a little bit worse. You get the Brazils, you get the Spains, you get the France, you get the United States, you get Canada, you get teams that want to play good football, but then you get this England, you know, the pragmatic teams. I mean, it's hard in international football to, build chemistry when you're only linking up every couple of months. But you should be able to deliver something better than that. No wonder he was only at Barcelona for a season, says Tumbleweed. And hi, Mark. Seeing some rumours United have agreed a deal in principle. No, they haven't, Grace. I mean, you might want to check out where those rumours are coming from because they're coming from my source cupboard. Absolutely rubbish. Mexico stifling Argentina in centre midfield, forcing Argentina to the wings where they don't have the players. Perfectly played by Mexico, says Beaky. Yeah, it feels like Mexico are quite happy to just play the game the way it's being played, and hopefully Argentina will open up shop a little bit more in the second half because that's just not good enough. You see De Bruyne's comments, not very motivating, says Alex. Oh, Alex, give us the bloody comments. I haven't seen the comments. I don't know what he said. Imagine having an informed Dybala on the bench, says Sci-Fly. Imagine having an informed Foden on the bench. Stuart, Roy Keane says this is worse than the Championship. It's without question the worst game of the World Cup so far, and it's not what this World Cup needs. We had our 5th 0-0 last night. The record is 7. There was no 0-0 in Russia until the 3rd round of group games, and we've had 5 already. This World Cup needs to light up and go up a gear. I think it's been an okay World Cup, but I don't think it's been as good as the last 2. And, there's already enough negativity around this World Cup without the football not living up to it as well. I don't know what's going on, but it seems to be a bit of a theme with everybody at the moment. Nobody seems to have apart from maybe France and Brazil. It's a joke. There only seems to be a handful of teams that are up for this World Cup. The vast majority of them look terrified. They look like they don't dare try anything. Mark, you get a lot of hate on Twitter. Why? Says Damon. Well, it's just Twitter. Everyone's got an arsehole and everyone's got an opinion. Jonathan says, sometimes I confuse the two. Bring on Alvarez and Jimenez in the second half, says Jonathan Mitchell. I don't know why Alvarez doesn't play for Mexico. I really don't. I don't get that one at all. Orange thinks it comes down to not having a good striker. But, Lautaro Martinez is a good striker. He showed that against Saudi Arabia. I mean, he was offside, but he shows he can finish. I mean, got to be fair to Lautaro Martinez. He's in the graveyard shift. He is in a graveyard shift there. There's not a lot going on. I sympathise with him. I really, really do. I sympathise with him. Anyway, can I just give a shout out to our sponsor? You've got to try this, Waifood. I've had half of my bottle because it's a meal in a drink, really, and I'd already had a meal before it, but it's very, very nice. In fact, I'll use a different bottle because you can't see that one. So the classic Choco, loads of different flavours you can try. Classic Choco, smooth vanilla, salted caramel, cold brew coffee, fresh berry. There's loads of flavours you can try. What is Waifood? Waifood is a ready-to-drink meal in a drink. You've got your vitamins and minerals in there, high in protein, high in fibre, lactose-free, gluten-free, no added sugar. Effectively, what you do with these is, if you haven't got time for breakfast or dinner, you have one of these, have a drink, and it'll fill you up for 5 hours and give you everything that you need. You can get 10% off through the link in the description by using the code that's in the description, which is YouTube That's Football. Delivered to your door. Scan the QR code as well. Take you straight there. Loads of flavours to try. You can get starter packs, or you can just try a few for yourself. Really good. I've been using them. Well, I've had a couple this week anyway, when I've been really busy because of the World Cup, and the changeover's been really quick. And I've been drinking the salted caramel ones, and absolutely not getting hungry at all. They're fantastic, and it gives you everything that you need as well. So give it a try. Waifood. A lot of us live busy lives now and don't have time to do this, that, and the other. So you need to get your nutrients, your minerals, and fill yourself up, don't you? So check it out. Waifood. Links in the description, and you can get a 10% discount. Give it a try. Let us know what you think. Some lovely flavours. The flavours are really, really nice. That happy banana one was very, very good. So check it out and give it a go. Maybe I should have drank the rest of it and make it really fill me up and fall asleep, like you do after a Sunday lunch, because we need something better than that. I don't get it. Ronaldo gets a lot of talk about falling off and being finished. I like Ronaldo and I like Messi, and I'm not being negative about Messi here, but tell me he's not fell off then. Tell me, well, he hasn't fell off, has he? He's just having a bad game. That's the point. But I didn't even know he was playing. I think it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting that you've got players like Lionel Messi and Lautaro Martinez, and you're playing like that. I don't get it. And people will blame it on Messi, but sometimes you're playing in a team that just lacks spark, lacks a system. I don't get it. I was expecting a much better Argentina than this, and I think everybody was. England and Argentina are the Spurs and Atletico Madrid of the World Cup. They're very boring, says Bradley. And hi Mark, serious question. Which of these two teams is London Cowboys? Says Ayanda. Messi doesn't press, but you would never hear that from the media, says Naren. And I find this obsession with pressing ridiculous anyway. 10 years ago, when Ronaldo and Messi were in their prime, no one had ever mentioned, no one would even dare mention the word press, because they were winning the Ballon d'Or every year and they were the two best players we've ever seen. People only start talking about their lack of pressing because they're getting old and they're not as good as they used to be. So it's a way to disrespect them and attack them. I'm never going to jump on board with Messi doesn't press, Ronaldo doesn't press, like they have to press. They're two of the best players that's ever played the game. And I think it's disrespectful when people start saying, well, they don't press. They shouldn't have to fucking press. They're two of the best players that's ever played the game. No one ever mentioned them pressing 10 years ago. But now, because their powers are starting to wane a bit, it's a way to stick the knife in and go, they don't press. United are better off without Ronaldo. Argentina are better off without Messi. I mean, at the end of the day, you either want to see these players in the twilight of their career playing, or you want them to retire. And if you want them to retire, it'll be a very sad day. But I don't think Messi's going to work in a team like this. They're not expansive. They're not attacking, and he's spending most of his time on the halfway line. That Lissandro face kick was criminal. Can't see these fouls being reviewed for possible red cards, says Kevin. Is El Martinez an option in January for Man United, similar to Aguero, who is very good in the Prem? I saw you guys did an article on him as an option, says Sebastian. I think it'd be too expensive in January, mate. And Mark, if Mbappe is a consistent for the rest of the career, do you think he'll be bigger than Messi and Ronaldo? No, Connor. I mean, what's the age of Mbappe? Mbappe is 23. Look at what Messi and Ronaldo had done at 23. He's already playing catch up. I mean, look, he's doing it for France. I think his international career could be better than. It is better. He's already won a World Cup. His international career is probably going to be better than Ronaldo and Messi, but his domestic career, he's already behind. He won't leave the French league, will he? He's gone from Monaco to PSG. He could have gone to Real Madrid and he stayed at PSG. If Mbappe wants to get anywhere near Ronaldo and Messi, and he won't, because I think he's left it late already, he needs to be playing in a team that is considered to be playing in a competitive league, competing and winning Champions Leagues. And unfortunately, he's playing in the French league, which, even Messi doesn't get respect for the French league. Neymar doesn't get respect for the French league. So Mbappe, if he wants to mix it in history with the likes of Ronaldo and Messi, then he needs to get out of Paris and go and play in a competitive league. Second half is kicking off. Get your pillars ready. Let's go. Come on, ref. Don't delay it anymore. What's he waiting for? They're all there. There's a guy in a suit with white trainers on telling the ref what to do. Fucking hell, I hate all this. Go. There we go. Hi, Mark. I've done that one. And Mark, I've done that as well. Thank you very much for the super chats. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Let's get the stats carousel going. Don't forget, Waifood, 10% off. Links in the description. Get it delivered to your door and give it a try. Meal in a drink. Lovely stuff for your busy lives, and it'll give you everything that you need. And let me get this stats carousel going on. Big shout out to Waifood. Give it a try. And hi, Mark, USA fan here. Just wondering your opinion how good the USA could be if we got a world-class striker or somewhere halfway decent at the number 9, says Josh, who loved the channel. I think if you had a decent number 9 yesterday, and I'm not taking anything away from the lads that played up front for you, but I think if you had a star quality number 9, then I think you would have won yesterday and you would have won against Wales. You certainly would have won one of them. And I think if you could argue that USA should be through already. You should have beat Wales and you should have beat England, really. So if you don't go through, I think you've got to spend the next 4 years working on those final third moments, because I think up to that you've been very good. Do you think Argentina can win the World Cup? I mean, you can never say never. I mean, I've seen teams get to the World Cup final who didn't seem to play well on the whole way there. But, I mean, if you want to win the World Cup, you've got to be able to score goals. And Argentina just... I mean, look, they've got 45 minutes. Let's give it a chance. But there's time to go. But there's a disappointment, isn't there? There's a disappointment that, you know, actually Argentina are a team that you look forward to watching in the World Cup. You know, when we're doing the sticker albums, if people still do them, or previews, or, you know, thinking about the World Cup, the whole point of the World Cup is that you want to watch every game. You want every game to be entertaining. You want to be waking up the next day going, oh, it's Argentina, Mexico tonight. I can't wait for that. Nobody wants to spend 90 minutes watching this shit. You know, you want to be entertained. There's no advantage for anybody to watch this game of football and it be this low quality. Same with England last night. You know, nobody benefits. Nobody benefits. Anybody who says that, well, actually, you know, it's not too bad for football, it's terrible. Nobody wants to see this. What everyone wants to see is a cracking game between two great teams where everyone goes, my God, that Argentina-Mexico game last night was brilliant. And that's the disappointment, because with Argentina, you want them to be good. You want to be going, oh, imagine if Argentina get France. What a game that would be. It's just very disappointing that how undercooked these teams have come into the World Cup. And look, Belgium, ridiculously lucky against Canada. Here we go. Might be a chance for Mexico here, but the passing's shit. But I do think it's becoming a little bit more than a coincidence that we've had so many 0-0s and so many teams are underperforming. I mean, as I say, I remember the 2002 World Cup, and there was a lot of shocks in that. 20 years later. Oh, free kick here. This could be an opportunity for a goal. It's a yellow card as well, and it's a good opportunity for Messi. He had one of these against Saudi Arabia. In 2002, France were knocked out in the group stage, and South Korea knocked out Portugal, Italy, and Spain en route to the semi-finals. So there was a few shocks in 2002. This is a good position for Messi. I mean, you know, this reminds me of that Trent free kick a few weeks ago where I said this is a goal. But I said this is a goal against Saudi Arabia for Messi. Now, this is the sort of thing that can spark a World Cup. Because this is, you know, Messi can do this blindfolded. He can put this in the top corner blindfolded here. The only thing I would say is it's so similar to the Saudi Arabian free kick. If I was the Mexico goalkeeper, I'd just gamble on the wall side, top corner. And if he sends it the other way, he sends it the other way. But you can't be beaten if you know where the ball's going to go. And I think he's quite clearly going to put it up and... Oh, it's terrible. I think there's something wrong with the ball. I really do. That's twice now I've seen Messi balloon a free kick he'd normally put in the top corner. Miles over as well. That's weird. I'm really shocked by this performance because this Argentina team has been killing teams for the past 2 years and it's baffling. Weren't they unbeaten for like 30-something games? Yeah, I agree with you, Ari, yeah. It's the ball, innit? No, but like Messi had one of those against Saudi Arabia as well. I would have guaranteed at least one of those would be on target. I mean, it's a dead ball. Messi will be putting the dead ball in the top corner when he's 55. You don't need to run. It's just about how you hit the ball. I'm going to stick to my theory. I still think the ball's shit. I really do. I don't understand how Messi's put that over the bar central from a position where he'd normally put it in the top corner. I'll tell you what, I'd like to see Trent Alexander-Arnold take a free kick and see if he can hit it on target. Then we'd really know. Do you rate Edson Alvarez, says Eddie? Well, I rate him more than the Mexico manager who doesn't bring him on. I don't get that. Very good player for Ajax and a player that a lot of Premier League clubs want. Cross comes into the box. He headed away. Bloody hell. This community knows we were ahead of the curve about the ball. People are calling us conspiracy theorists. I'm telling you now, it won't be long until this hits the mainstream media and we will be the ones who spoke about it first. There's something wrong with that ball. 100%. There's too many 0-0s. There's too many shots going over the bar. And I have never seen Lionel Messi from those positions not even hit the target with two. One against Saudi Arabia, one today, smack in the position where he normally puts it in the top corner and he can't even get it on target. One of the greatest players that's ever played the game can't put a ball on target from a free kick where he does it blindfolded normally. Come on. Have a word with yourself. World Cup shouldn't be played at Christmas. Could be why teams are playing crap, says Phil. I just want this World Cup to be good. But I already said it before it started. Whatever, even if this was the best World Cup in the world, it will be treated in history as a bad World Cup. You already know what modern society is like. And people will always look at this World Cup as the World Cup that was the weird World Cup, the one that was played outside of the summer. And unfortunately, at the moment, it's living up to that. Because I didn't think it would affect the players, but there's something not right. Megs. I said it before the World Cup, didn't I? It reminds me of the COVID World Cup in the sense that we didn't have a COVID World Cup. But you know that season we had in the Premier League where it was the COVID year? Man City won the league. Here we go. Good run. Got to be a goal. Oh, cleared. Could have been a goal. Remember that Premier League season and Champions League where everything was played behind closed doors? Can you remember anything from that season? It was football, but it wasn't football. And it feels like this World Cup's going that way if we're not careful. It's down to the players. They've, pump it up. Get the gears going. As an American Manchester United fan, it was fun being on opposite side yesterday. It's called Saka, says Tim. Welcome to the Members Club, Rich. No, Liverpool didn't win the league in the COVID year. I'm talking about the season after that, where it was mostly played behind doors. The one where it started in the start of, I think the season started at the start of September or the end of September. We finished the Liverpool one in the end of July, and then we came back and started the next one at like mid-September. I'm hoping for an Argentina loss, says Josh Barwater. Di Maria tears bring me unparalleled joy. Well, I think Argentina... Oh, my God. I was going to say Argentina seem to be showing a little bit more intent here, but... helium ball isn't affecting long passes, though, I think, says the Virtuoso. And it's still early, but I do believe this World Cup will be the worst, says Siege. It can get better, and I think people like France and Brazil and Spain are doing their bit, and some of the other teams are as well. Rodriguez off, and I think it's Enzo Fernandez on. Good. Might be a ball issue again. Maybe the sensor inside it is affecting the ball. Never had a sensor before in the ball. Conspiracy, says Nandit. Look, this World Cup can bang. It can be a great World Cup, but the concern is everybody knows when you get to the knockout stage, it gets more pragmatic and tentative anyway because people are terrified of being knocked out. The group stage is normally the stage where you get the more free-flowing football. Jack says, apparently the ball was designed to be fastest ball ever made. So it has to be lighter. Similar situation to the Jubilano from 2010 World Cup. Thanks, Jack. Very good insight there. There's no point in having a fast ball if people can't get it on target, is there? The thing about balls is there's perfection. I've played football. I played the game. You've played the game. I've played the game. And you're talking about the ball, yeah? I've played the game. You can have a ball that's too heavy, and we've all played with those balls. Horrible. It's like kicking a brick. You can't get any height on it. You can have a ball that's too light, and it's going like this. Or you can have a perfection ball where, you can keep it down with if you want to, but you can also get a bit of height on it if you want to. It feels to me like this ball is too light. It's like three bears and Goldilocks. The porridge is too hot. The porridge is too cold. That porridge is just right. And you know, this ball is too light. And they haven't, you know what, as well? It's obviously a very different ball. And what are we not considering here? When you go to a normal World Cup, you're in a training camp for about 2 weeks before the World Cup. You play a couple of friendlies, and you have a bit of a training camp before. This World Cup, you're playing for your club team on the Sunday, you're training with your national team mates on the Tuesday, and then you're playing a World Cup game on the weekend. There's been no build-up, has they? So they probably haven't had enough time to actually practice with the ball. Stephen says maybe the ball needs a bit of manscaped. It needs a bit of depth. It needs a bit of weight. I don't remember the problem with the World Cup ball in 2010, but obviously there was a bit of a debate. The ball has got different size panels. Maybe it's that, says VWR. You know, I would like a football in a World Cup where somebody from this distance, 30 yards, is so confident with it that they know they can get it on target and cause the keeper a problem. We've got completely the opposite. We've got a ball that from 30 yards, people are like, I can't get this on target, so I'm not going to shoot. I can't believe we're talking so much about balls, but bloody hell, a footballer at this level should have confidence that they can hit a ball from 30 yards and score, or at least test the keeper, and they clearly don't have the confidence for whatever reason. It must be great. It must be bloody great being a goalkeeper in this tournament, actually. You know that no one's going to bloody have a shot. Go on, Di Maria, have a shot. Should have brought Garnacho, says Oba. Well, we've had an hour and still no goal. I'm not convinced it will be a 0-0. I've got to say it's the closest I've ever thought about a game being a 0-0. But that doesn't mean it will be a 0-0. But I'm absolutely categorically on it when I say that this is the worst game I've watched of the World Cup. And it's the most disappointing game I've watched because it's actually a game I was looking forward to. The old Jubilano moved too much in the air and the keepers complained it would start one direction and move mid-air to the other side of the goal, says Sebastian. At least they could get it on bloody target. They can't get this on target. Lautaro Martinez is coming off. He's not happy. I wouldn't be happy as well. Graveyard. Mexico on the attack. And has not won a corner. Is Zabala injured? His personal watch? No. He's just on the bench. He's doing a Phil Foden. Okay, so we've had 65 minutes of this game, and amazingly, we've had less than 5 shots on goal in total. No, we've had 5 shots on target. 5 shots on goal, not on target. I think we've had about 5 or 6 shots altogether. But also, Messi shoots. Oh, he scored from the edge of the box. There we go. Lionel Messi. The GOAT is the GOAT is the GOAT is the GOAT. He's pulled it out. He's hit that low. He's got it right. He's done it from outside the box. We didn't think it could happen. And he has done it. And he has lit this game up. And he has lit this game up for Argentina. A boring game defined by a GOAT. He's put it right in the bottom corner. That is absolute quality. If one guy knows how to score with this ball, it's Lionel Messi. Absolutely brilliant. Out of nothing. Reminds me of Ronaldo against Atalanta for Manchester United last year. Nothing's on. Absolutely nothing. He kisses the crowd. Well, he doesn't kiss it all. He does a kiss to the crowd. He looks emotional. He's been very, very quiet in this game, but he takes up the position on the edge of the box, takes a touch, and then bang, low. Keeper can't get anywhere near it. It's just a lovely finish. Keeper's at full stretch. He can't stop that. Just whips through it. Quality. Absolute quality. Ronaldo won't be happy about that. You'll get your chance on Monday, mate. A game like this can only be unlocked by someone with the GOAT key. Absolutely brilliant. That is what quality is. That. In a game like this, to do something like that. Absolutely magnificent. Well, I still think Argentina are in trouble, but maybe it can kickstart their tournament. He looks emotional. Mexico can't really complain. Wonderful finish. We've got a goal. With 25 minutes to go, we've got a goal. He got his wand out. World Cup shouldn't be played at Christmas. We've done that one from Phil. Thank you very much. Chris says now talk about the ball. What? So one of the world's greatest players scores a goal from outside the box and we can't talk about the ball. Mate, some of them will go in. Not every shot's going to go over the bar. You need to grow up, mate. What are you talking about? The Brazilian player hit the post from outside the box. Not every shot's going to... There's no ball that's going to go over the bar every time you hit it from outside the box. But this ball's got a problem. I'm convinced by it. But even those balls you used to play with in the playground when you were a kid, you can still buy them. You know, the plastic shoot balls. Even those you can keep them down sometimes. I still think there's a problem with the ball. We're back in the world of red light and green light, aren't we? And nobody can live in between. It's either one thing or another. Nobody can actually, live in between, can they? It can't be a bit of both and a bit of the other. It's got to be no or yes. Either the ball's perfect or the ball's shit. I'm saying there's an issue with that ball. But obviously it's not going to stop every shot going in, is it? And actually, if you look at the way Messi hit the ball, it's completely and utterly technique. He cuts across the ball to keep it down. It's not a normal shot. Well, what does this do to the group anyway? Let's have a quick look. As it stands at the moment, you've got Argentina in 3 points with Saudi Arabia with a better goal difference, a point behind Poland, who they play next, and Mexico stuck on the bottom with 1. So even with the win, Argentina aren't home and hosed. They could do with the second goal, really, to boost their goal difference, because it's not about head-to-head. So I don't think Argentina will sit in here. Obviously, they'll want to win, but they'll also be aware that another goal would make their job a lot easier in qualification. They'll want to top the group. If they don't top the group, they'll be playing France. Obi says he knew that ball was going to sail, so he cut across it to keep it on the ground. That's a master at work. Oh, yeah, the technique was brilliant, mate. Obi, absolutely brilliant. Not many players could do what he did there. From that distance, on the ground, into the bottom corner. World class. Di Maria's coming off and McAllister's coming off. Di Maria. How old's Di Maria now? He's crap. I didn't need to add that bit in, but I don't like him. 34 as well. Yeah, he's past it. Every time I have seen him, he played a cute pass. Neville says he just walks about. Messi's always walked about, says Harry. The modern pundits obsessed with running around and pressing. I can't be arsed with it. He's one of the greatest players that's ever played the game. When he was 25, he didn't press. When he had the fitness to press in his 20s, he didn't press. And he's in his mid-30s. They're talking about. I'm sorry. I know some people would disagree with me here, but I think it's a very good point. Ronaldo and Messi in their mid-20s, when they were fit and at their prime, didn't press. And now people moan about them not pressing in their late 30s or mid-30s. It's a joke. An absolute joke. I think it's lazy, arsehole, vindictive punditry to start talking about two players like Messi and Ronaldo and saying they don't press when they never did it in their 20s when they had the energy to do it. Well, you've got to press in the modern game. Well, they're never going to do it, are they? They never did do it. And what are you going to do? Are you going to bench Messi because he doesn't fucking run about a bit? I just think, it's idiotic punditry or fan opinion to start criticising Messi or Ronaldo for not pressing when they never did it. They've never done it. So either don't pick them or accept that they're not going to do it and, live off the brilliant moments like that. Because at the end of the day, Messi may not press, but Argentina ain't fucking winning this game if Messi doesn't do what he's done. So if I'm the manager, I'm like, the rest of you better bloody run around because Messi's going to do that. And that's enough for me. If another manager goes, oh, you don't run around a lot, you're sitting on the bench, that's up to them. But I can't be arsed with Messi doesn't run around a lot. Ronaldo doesn't run around a lot. They never bloody did. They never did. So why are we fucking talking about it now when they're approaching retirement? You're playing Messi and Ronaldo for moments like that. And you build a team around them for moments like that. That's exactly what Ronaldo was talking about in his interview. I'm Cristiano Ronaldo. I deserve respect. I've done a lot in this game. And, what's all this moaning about me pressing? Look, it's stupid. I'm not going to press. I'm there to score you a goal that no one else can do, which is what Messi's just done. It's silly. Great players don't have to do it, says Tim. "20 minutes to go. Well, it's that old... Gary Neville played the game, says Butterbean. It's that old moments thing, isn't it? Argentina have been bad. Mexico have been bad. What's the difference? One of the world's best players ever. It simply is a moment of magic that has taken a shit game into this situation. This ball and Fred having a shot, it could end up in orbit, says Brad. Well, Fred had a shot the other night and he actually put it on target. Where does Ronaldo move to next, Mark? Maybe Napoli, says Marcus. We were speaking about this earlier, Marcus. I think that there's no point in getting... there's no point in even thinking about where Ronaldo's going to go next because I think the club he's going to next may not have even approached him yet. If he has a good World Cup, I think someone will come in. And I think these clubs like Roma who are saying we're not interested, that's probably because Roma would never be interested. I do believe that there's a club for Ronaldo if he has a good World Cup. In this day and age, Messi and Ronaldo are either the GOATs one day or finish the next, depending on the match. People are so reactionary, says Iram. It's the traffic light system, Iram. I talk about this on the United Stand. The world today is so obsessed with the red and the green light. It's either green or red. It's either positive or negative. And I think the world's a better place with amber, where you live a bit between, because that's life. Things are very rarely one way or the other. They're dictated to by the middle. And the world is, you're right, the world is so reactionary. It's either this or that or this, and nothing in between. Messi's either the GOAT or he doesn't press and he's finished. And actually, the truth is in between, isn't it? Messi's not the player he was. He's still a fantastic player, and he's not finished. Thoughts on Roy Keane criticising Martinez? Don't think back three suits him, says Daniel. Well, How many times has Roy Keane seen Martinez playing a back three apart from the first half? I mean, are we judging people on 45 minutes? I mean, I don't see... I think Lisandro Martinez can play in many different positions. I think he could play left back. He could play CDM. I think he's a very good centre back. I don't think you can judge Martinez on. Look. Have Mexico scored? By the way, I mean, do Mexico look like scoring? I don't get where Martinez has had a bad game. I don't get it. His job is to stop Mexico from scoring, and they've not looked like scoring. So, Mexico have been shit, obviously, but I'm very disappointed in Mexico. They're a team I really enjoy to watch in the World Cup, and I don't recognise this at all. A lot of people had said to me that Mexico don't like the coach, don't play good football, and I was like, I can't believe that. They normally rock up to the World Cup, play good, expansive football. All right, they don't always have a cutting edge, but, they normally do like what the United States have done. They'll play good football, energetic, well-organised. I mean, I remember watching Mexico play games and go, how haven't they scored 3 or 4? And they might draw 1-1, but play really, really well. This is not like Mexico. I wouldn't be happy with this if I was a Mexican. You're better than this. This is not what they're about. Very disappointed. For a team I normally look forward to watching, very, very, very disappointing to see them playing like this. And the fact that bloody Alvarez of Ajax doesn't even start, I don't even know. Victor, you're right. You did tell us, yeah. Thoughts on England's 2 top clubs, Man United and Liverpool, being on sale? Who do you think will buy them out? I hope Saudis buy my Liverpool, says Kuki. I don't know what Saudis you're talking about, but the Saudi Arabian state fund cannot buy Liverpool or Man United because they bought Newcastle. They said that yesterday. So you better hope for Dubai. Mexico are a squad in decline. They're poor, says Corey. Yeah, but you might be a squad in decline, but you can still play decent football. This is like Southgate with England, isn't it? Well, they're in here. Good cutback. Oh, good defending. And I mean, you know what I would say about Mexico? They have defended well. I mean, they drew with Poland. They have defended well here, but the goal they conceded, you can't blame the keeper, you can't blame the defenders. It's just pure quality from Messi. I hope Canada progress. I really like their football, says Marcus. It would be a crying shame. Well, I won't cry, but it'd be a crying shame if Canada and United States both go out, because I think they have played well and they just need to score some goals. Abu Dhabi owns City, not Dubai does. He's put Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is a different thing. People hate on Maguire but overhype Lisandro, says John. Well, Lisandro Martinez is universally considered to be one of Man United's best players of the season, and Harry Maguire spent it all on the bench, so I don't think anyone's overhyping anyone there, mate. You can have your opinion, but the vast majority don't have that. Can you sing the Jack Grealish song, Mark, says WX? I ain't saying Boo Boo or Jackie Jack or whatever ever again. Or Bar Bar or whatever it is. Fucking hell. If I ever see that clip again, I will throw up, quite frankly. I do like Enzo Fernandez, Morgan. I mean, look, Argentina have been the better side here. There's no two ways about that. But apparently Cristiano Ronaldo has been offered a 3-year contract with the Saudi club worth 225 million euros. Discussion started last summer, and Ronaldo will give his answer after the World Cup after assessing other options. I mean, it's money, isn't it? mean, it's ridiculous money. $225 million to go and play football. What do you think of Southampton's post-match thoughts last night? It says Raz, and Southgate's post-match last night. I don't think anything about Southgate because actions speak louder than words. I watched the game. I saw what his subs were. I saw his tactics. There's nothing you can say after the game that's going to make me think any worse than what I thought about the way we played, which was shocking. Score prediction for Spain versus Germany. I think there'll be goals, Marcus. I think it'll be a lot better game than this because Spain are a good footballing side. And to be fair, Germany are quite a good footballing side. So I'm looking forward to that game. This game has been crap. Just really bad. It's been, it's not been the game I thought it was going to be, which is a shame. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right hand corner, you're all very welcome. I think the best game of today, well, I did enjoy France-Denmark, but I thought Poland-Saudi Arabia was probably the best game. Kevin Adam got that, didn't they? Good game that was. Mexico needs Chicharito. Ronaldo staying in the Premier League, says Flick, I think it is. Daily Spider says Denmark are winning it all. I mean, it's not impossible, but I think it won't happen. Would you like to try acting, Mark? Says Football Crazy. Well, I enjoyed my Wash and Go ad. Yeah, I would like to do a bit more next year. We'll see what opportunities come up. I've turned down Hollyoaks. I haven't really got the time for that, and I think I'm better than that. But we'll see. Schedule for tomorrow, gamer. I know I'm doing the Germany-Spain game. I know I'm not doing Japan at 10 o'clock, but I know I'm watching it because I'm, I really want Japan to win. If Japan win, that's 6 points for Japan. They're basically qualifying, which means Germany or Spain are probably going out, which sounds ridiculous. Unless there is a way where Japan can get 6 points, Germany can get 6 points, and Spain can get 6 points. But Germany have got to beat Spain tomorrow night. They have to. Have to. If they don't, I think they're going home. Of course, if Japan don't beat Costa Rica, it gives Germany a chance. Mark, are you going bald? Says Andrew. Nope. That's a shaved line there. And my hairline's always been about here. If I was going bald, I'd have been gone in my 20s because that's when my dad was losing his. Ryan says, can you beatbox? Probably. Yeah, the Popeye makes a good point. Mbappe doesn't press either, but because he's under 35, it doesn't matter. People only talk about pressing with old players because they're ageist. Neymar doesn't press either. Mexico called up Raul Jimenez, who hadn't played since August, while not calling up Europa League's top scorer, Santi Jimenez, who plays for Feyenoord, to Stevie Wonder. Well, the Wolves manager didn't want Raul Jimenez to go, did he? Because he's not been fit for Wolves, and that just shows you everything. Yeah, Germany's biggest problem, as Louise says, is scoring goals. Where are the goals going to scum from? Where are the goals going to come from? Have you got an air fryer, Marks? This Phil. Everyone's got a bloody air fryer. I don't have an air fryer. Who's got an air fryer? Right, Mexico have got a corner. I don't think Mexico will score if they play till Christmas. I mean, it's just my opinion, but I don't see it. Baby, when you're gone, I feel like I'm in love, so in love. Days go on and on. Classic Mel C. And the lines that seem so long. Even food don't taste that good. Drink ain't doing what it should. Days just seem so long. Baby, when you're gone. That's what this game has reduced me to. Singing fucking Mel C and Bryan Adams. Fucking hell. I don't even know where that song came from. If I was Alexa and someone said, play Mel C and Bryan Adams, I'd probably say, what? So I don't even know where that song came from. But that's what they reduced me to. Please stop, says Harry. Thanks everyone who's tuned in, by the way. Please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. At least it's not a 0-0. At least it's not 0-0. Yeah, so Argentina would be second in the group now. Probably going to have to beat Poland. I think if they don't beat Poland, it leaves them... A draw probably puts them through, but they need to top the group. The problem Argentina have got, if they don't beat Poland, they finish second. If they finish second, then they'd have to play France, because France are going to top the group. 2-0. What a goal. What an absolute goal by Enzo Fernandez. Remember the name, Enzo Fernandez. If you know, you know. Went to Benfica in the summer, was being scouted by Manchester United last January. Manchester United said no, but he is a top baller and he is a player that's going to hit the heights very, very soon at a very big club. Fantastic goal. Absolute brilliant goal. And another one from outside the box. Maybe the ball myth needs to be put to bed. Martinez, look at Lisandro Martinez. Messi gives him a big proud hug. They needed that second goal. I'll show you why in a minute. They need that second goal because it just gives them a little bit more breathing space. Lovely bit of skill, lovely curl. Keeper's just not big enough there, is he? Yeah. What's the height of that keeper? Because he's about 3 inches off getting that. Lovely hit. Lovely goal. Lovely whip. I think the ball helped him there. I think the height he got on that really helped him. 2-0. I think that keeper might... I think a bigger keeper saves that. I'd love to know his height. Good. I'm not taking anything away from him. But... that keeper's 6 foot. Another 3 inches. Maybe he tips it over the bar. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh. Lovely goal, though. Lovely goal. That is a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant goal for Argentina. Not just because it's a brilliant goal, but if you look at the way that the group looks now, Argentina are only 1 goal behind Poland. So if they win, the goal difference, 1-0, it switches. So it's a huge goal for Argentina because all they've got... There was a point where they needed to beat Poland by 2 to go above them on goal difference. No, what am I talking about? Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about there. That makes no difference. Screw that. The goal difference for Argentina doesn't matter because that would have been if they'd drawn today. If they beat Poland, they go above them, regardless of goal difference. I'm thinking if they'd drawn this game. But where it does come into play is if they draw and Saudi Arabia draw, they've got the better goal difference. At the end of the day, Argentina need to beat Poland to be sure. To be sure, to be sure. To be sure, to be sure. Poor Mexico. I'm not even Mexican. I feel for Mexico because they're a team in the World Cup I always like to watch. Always like to watch Mexico. And I feel like they may as well have not bothered. You know, Castro and everyone who've travelled out there, they may as well not have bothered. This is not Mexico. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. This is not Mexico. They're normally a team I really look forward to watching, and I don't recognise this. I do not recognise this. Just me, Kirk, from Corrie and Leyland, says mac and cheese. Thanks for watching. World Cup shouldn't be played at... I've done that one. And Mexico manager is Argentinian. It doesn't surprise me. Messed up the lineup with Guardiola and Herrera. No Alvarez in midfield. Unbelievable, says Paolo. I think he'll be sacked after this, won't he? Jordan is fuming right now, says Dawell. Saw it coming, Mark. I told you this coach makes Southgate look like Zidane, says Red Harlow. I think everybody who's not Mexican actually feels like apologising to Mexico because we don't want you to perform like this. I think it's so horrible when a country that's passionate about their football is given served up football like this. They deserve better. They deserve a lot better. And they normally have a World Cup where they can be proud of the way that their team plays. And the worst thing in the world, and we saw it last night with England, is the worst thing in the world is it's not nice to lose, but it's not nice to lose when you don't play anywhere near the way that you want to play. If you're going to lose, go out the way you want to go out. Not like this. What if Saudi Arabia beats Mexico? I think the last two games of this group are very interesting. And what you do want in a World Cup is the last game of the group to be interesting. You don't want it to be dead rubber, do you? You wonder the attitude of Martinez and Anthony. This game shows us the no-nonsense football of South Americans, including Mexico. No place for tiki-taka, says Beagle. And what if I told you the Mexican coach is Argentinian, says Pedro? Well, you wouldn't be the first. Great to see Mexico play like this. It's an L, says Sean C. Well, I like Mexico, so I don't like this. They're a team that, as I said before, I always used to look forward to watching them in the World Cup. I know they're North American, but I've never really seen Mexico as, North American in their football. I always felt that they had a bit of a, South American bit to them in the way that they pass and move, flair, but not this World Cup. Can we appreciate the defensive ability of Lisandro Martinez? He's been really crucial for them today, says Kelly. Yeah, not put a foot wrong. Don't know why there was any criticism of it. No idea. Just in the last few minutes here, don't forget to check out Waifood. A smart food for a new generation is what I would call it. Links in the description, or you can scan the QR code with your camera. What is Waifood? It is... I won't use that one because you won't see it. It is a... that's cold brew coffee. I'm not going to show that one. What was the one I wanted to show you? A ready-to-drink meal as a drink. This is the classic Choco milk flavour. 26 vitamins and minerals in there, high in protein, high in fibre, lactose-free, gluten-free and no added sugar. Basically, you have it instead of a meal. So you can have it at lunchtime if you're busy, or breakfast or tea. Really just fill you up. Some cracking flavours. And you can get 10% off with the code That'sFootball-YouTube. All the details are in the video description. Give it a go. They're really nice flavours. And Gives you everything you need if you're on the go and busy, and well worth a try. Big shout out to Waifood. Give it a go. Delivered to your door. JP, thanks very much for your super chat. I don't remember Mexico having a decent chance. I really don't. Noor says that Leo scores the first goal from outside the box in the World Cup. Did Iran not do that? I thought Iran did it yesterday against Wales. I'm pretty sure that was outside the box. I hope they do it more. I hope we see a few more. We have got a United Stand show at 9 o'clock. It's in the studio, Alex. So make sure you give it a watch. Yeah, Iran did it. Iran are not in first; they're in second. Poland have got 4 points. Gakpo did it as well outside the box. I think Messi's goal is the best goal from outside the box because whilst it wasn't power, it was placement. Mexico losing 2-0 as always. If you know, you know. This is Corey Lineker. Is there a chance that Mexico still get out of the group? I think there is. Let me have a look. They'd have to beat Saudi Arabia by 3 and hope that Argentina beats Poland by 2. That would knock Poland's goal difference down to 0 and would put Mexico's at +1. Or if Argentina beat Poland 3-0 and they win, they beat Saudi Arabia 2-0. So they can do it. They're going to have to score a lot of goals against Saudi Arabia and hope that Argentina beat Poland. So it's not in their hands, really. But they've not played like it's in their hands, have they? They've not played like they're... and that's the final whistle as well. They've not played like it was ever in their hands. They've not played like they wanted to get a result. They've not played with any belief. To me, that was like... It felt like Mexico were playing with 10 men. It was just a defensive performance. And ultimately, Argentina have got the win they deserved. They didn't play particularly well, but they've probably got the win. Well, they did get the win they deserved because they just kept battling. That could be a spark for Argentina now. You can see them on the pitch. The way they've reacted, their passion, what it means to them. They had a terrible first half, but they've got themselves through, and Messi was the spark. And let's see what they can do. I mean, look, maybe Argentina can be the Italy. You know, the team that doesn't play that well, but keeps clean sheets and grinds their way through to the latter stages. Maybe Argentina can go to the semi-final. Maybe they can go to the final. They don't look like a very good side, but they've certainly got, that tenacious fighting ability. But they need to finish top of their group, because if they finish second, they'll play France. And I think France, unless they catch France on a bad day, I think France will beat them. So, yeah, I think that'll be very interesting to see what happens. I'm very impressed with Messi. I think he's kept Argentina alive again there, and we'll see what happens. But look, if that didn't deliver, I think Germany-Spain tomorrow will deliver. I'm very excited about that tomorrow night. But don't forget, there's some big games tomorrow. Japan-Croatia at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. I'm going to be live on the United Stand at 9, and then we're going to be live on here at 10 o'clock. Japan-Croatia sets the day up. If Japan beat Croatia, they go to 6 points, which means Germany have to beat Spain, otherwise they're going to be heading home. It sets the day up tomorrow, really does. And we've also got Canada playing Croatia, which is a big game, and Morocco, Belgium. So, yeah, tomorrow for more football. Tata needs to come back to Atalanta. He doesn't fit the World Cup system, says Justin. Thank you very much for your super chats. Make sure you subscribe, everybody, on your way out. And don't forget to check out Waifood. You'll really like it. meal in a drink, loads of lovely flavours, gives you everything you need. Give it a try. I loved the show, Goldbridge. John, thank you. I loved you all spending it with me. And I'm very excited for tomorrow. And as I said, check out Waifood. Links in the description. Get you 10% off. See what you think of it. I'll speak to you all in a bit. Take care. And there's a video going up on the United Stand right now. In fact, if you go to the United Stand, in fact, let me just make sure it's up there because I think you'll like this video. Let me just see if it's there. Oh, such a perfect day. You just keep me hanging on. You just keep me hanging on. Dun, 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 dun. You're gonna reap just what you sow. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. It's a studio video. I think you'll absolutely love it. And I'm just going to whack the link in the video description. And you can all go over and check it out because I know how you love the studio. And that's on the United Stand now. And the link's in the chat. If I pin it. Pin it. There we go. Is it pinned? Yeah. It's just literally this minute gone up. So go and give it a watch in the studio. Thanks everyone for watching. And I'll speak to you tomorrow. Go and watch the United Stand. I'm live on the United Stand at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. And then we're back here at 10 for more World Cup. Probably the worst game, actually, that one. But we still got a moment of magic from Messi we won't forget, and that's what football's all about. Check out the link in the chats. Don't forget to try Waifood.